Mariska Hargitay, star of hit show Law & Order SVU, has recently opened up about a horror injury suffered on set. The actress, who has appeared as Cynthia Hooper in hit medical drama ER, revealed all about the injury she sustained whilst filming for the first spin-off of Law & Order, which she says has changed her outlook on life. Today, we're discussing Mariska's injury, plus other related show news, so don't go anywhere. First of all, let's look at her life so far. Mariska Hargitay was born January 23, 1964, the daughter of bodybuilder and actor Mickey Hargitay and actress Jane Mansfield. Her career spans almost 4 decades after making her screen debut in the 1985 horror comedy movie Ghoulies. She then appeared in a few low-budget TV shows, also appearing in the pilot episode of hit show Seinfeld, but unfortunately for Mariska, her first episode was also her last. Since being cast in Law & Order SVU, her film career's largely tailed off. However, that's no great surprise as her schedule on the long-running show is so demanding. Hargitay is also a champion of the Joyful Heart Foundation, which she founded. Charity aims to support people who have been sexually abused, which is a really great thing to be involved in. When she was a child, Mariska was in a car accident which killed her mother, Jane Mansfield, as well as her boyfriend, Sam Brody, and their driver. Mariska survived as she was asleep on the back seat. She has since said she doesn't like to be compared with her late mother, who was also a famous actress. Commenting on the death, she said, "In the accident left a hole in my life that won't ever be filled. I will never get over it. I will always be a girl who lost her mom. What a tragic way to lose a parent." Have you seen any of Mansfield's movies? So what happened on the set of Law & Order SVU? As we know, Hargitay has appeared on our favorite crime drama show since its inception back in 1999. The show has been a mega hit and has so far spawned more than 500 episodes and stars legendary entertainers such as Ice-T. Mariska has become one of the most beloved characters in all of TV, having served on the show for so long, but it hasn't always been fun and games. Back in 2008, the actress, who also appeared in an episode of Baywatch back in the day, suffered a pretty serious injury whilst filming SVU. At first, she didn't even realize what had happened. She explained that after performing a minor stunt which involved her jumping and landing on pads, something just happened and she landed wrong. Hargitay initially just ignored the injury and carried on as normal, but over the next 2 or 3 months, it became apparent that something wasn't quite right. After experiencing severe chest pain whilst walking along the beach one day, a few months after the surgery, she got it checked out and it was revealed that her lung was 50% collapsed. Due to the seemingly innocuous injury she had sustained a few months earlier, she underwent surgery a couple of weeks later, and thankfully, all was okay. But she recalls a brief moment of panic where she thought it might be the end. She made a full recovery and went on to appear in the other 14 seasons following the injury and is still going strong today. Next up, we're remembering the legendary Bob Saget's performance on SVU. Stay with us. The world lost one of its most loved comedians just last week, and SVU fans have been remembering the funny man's terrifying performance as a murderer on the show. Sadly, Saget was found dead in an Orlando hotel room after a performance of his I Don't Do Negative tour last week. And in his final tweet, he said, "Love tonight's show at PV Concert Hall in Jacksonville. Appreciative audience. Thanks again to @RealTimWilkins for opening. I had no idea I did a 2-hour set tonight. I'm happily addicted again to this S." Saget, who also had a hilarious recurring role on hit show Entourage, which he played a sex-crazed parody of himself, appeared on Law & Order SVU back in season 8 of 2006. He played a creepy character who had found out his wife had been having an affair, so decided the best course of action to take would be to track down the man's wife, kill her, and frame the man who was cuckolding him for the murder. Our favorite detective, Olivia Benson, played by our friend Mariska, rumbles Saget's character's plot and finally gets him to confess his crimes. The character receives a tiny shred of redemption at the end of the episode when it's revealed his wife is sick, so he donates his liver to her. Fans remembered Saget and how great he was in the role, with one fan praising his brilliant performance. Another claimed the episode was so good. What was your favorite Saget role? News of the show receiving praise for its progressiveness now. Stick around. Law & Order SVU has once again received commendations for its portrayal of a young bisexual character. The show returned recently after its mid-season break, which saw Benson and crew working to solve some cold cases. The storyline saw a rise rise in hate crimes around the city, which the team were working hard to crack. In a gruesome subplot, Benson was investigating a horrific case of child abuse, which saw a young child disappear after he went to visit a stranger he had met online. The team were able to track him down, although the perpetrator had already fled. Elsewhere, we find out that Olivia's son is being bullied and has been forced to wear a dog collar whilst eating dog food by some older nasty kids. Later in the episode, Noah, Olivia's son, claims that he is in fact bisexual. Olivia tells him she's proud of him for having the courage to tell her. Fans praised the show for tackling storylines which might not have appeared a few years ago, but other fans weren't as happy with the scene, with a lot of viewers asking how on earth an 8-year-old knows he's bisexual, let alone the meaning of the word. What did you make of Noah coming out in the episode? We're not sure an 8-year-old would even have these feelings yet, and the whole thing came across as a little strange. Let us know your thoughts down below. We're talking about a fan favorite now, stay tuned. One of our favorite cameos on the show recently has been that of Donnell Logue, who plays Declan Murphy on our favorite spin-off show. His emotional reprisal of the role left fans wanting more, and when he left in 2015, fans were rightly sad. His previous role on the show required him to go on regular undercover missions, and he brought the role back to life again in episode 10 of the current season, returning as our new captain in the hate crimes division. The character said he wanted to help solve a spate of crimes hitting almost every borough of the city. The storyline involves a string of attacks on New York's minority community, and Murphy's role on the episode was to bring together a team of experts tasked with cracking the case. He also had some personal business on his mind, and if you think back to season 17, you'll remember he learned he was the father of Jessie, Detective Roland's daughter. He never returned after the season, even though in the story he does provide support in the relationship. The father and daughter reunite in the episode, and fans were overcome with emotion during the scene. It left fans demanding the full-time return of Murphy, one fan even tweeting, "I think Amanda Rollins and Declan Murphy still have a lot of unfinished business. We need more of Murphy back on the show." What do you guys think of a potential full-time return of Logue? And where have we seen Detective Parlato Goldstein, who appeared in the last episode before? Eagle-eyed SVU fans will have picked up on a character who made his first appearance on the long-running show after its return from winter hiatus. The show, starring the aforementioned Hargitay, as well as other fan favorites Ice-T, Christopher Meloni, and Kelly Giddish, had a surprise in store in terms of cast in the first episode of the year. In Silent Night, Hateful Night, the team is called to investigate disturbances in the minority communities around the city after community members have reported a number of hate crimes against them. A Detective Parlato Goldstein is on hand to assist our favorite crime fighters, but there's something familiar about the detective. Apple pie, anyone? That's right, it's none other than American Pie actor Jason Biggs. Jim Levinstein, as he was known on the super popular teen comedy, appeared opposite stars such as Seann William Scott, Tara Reid, and Shannon Elizabeth, and went on to reprise the role a few more times in subsequent sequels. Biggs also appeared as Larry Bloom on the dark comedy Orange is the New Black, the future husband of Piper Chapman. What's your favorite role of Biggs? Let us know below. As always, thanks for tuning in today, guys, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun news. Also, why not share our video with any SVU fan friends you might have on your socials? Bye, guys.